Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to No Jumper News. It's Adam22 here with your co-host, AD. Let's get right into these stories. So first story, 2 unidentified women are dead and a 29-year-old man is in custody after an 8-hour standoff on Saturday morning. According to the police, a Sacramento man, Raymond Michael Weber, is behind bars in Solano County, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was also arrested on a warrant for several felonies, including domestic assault. Police say that a woman called to report a man was inside an apartment and possibly armed. She said that the man had live-streamed himself on social media from inside the apartment, and the video showed him carrying a handgun and 2 women lying on the floor, not moving. Shortly after, police arrived at the address and learned that the suspect had barricaded himself inside the apartment. The SWAT team and the critical incident negotiation team were called and evacuated the other building residents. After hours, authorities were unsuccessful in persuading him to surrender. Officers ultimately entered the apartment and found the man hiding and hit him with a stun gun. They also found the bodies of the 2 unidentified women. Their cause of death is currently under investigation. After watching the live stream video, a Georgia mother believes that her daughter, Savannah Vebridge, is one of the 2 victims based on one of the women's features and distinctive tattoos. She told the news that she is working with police to help identify the victim to see if one of them is her daughter. As of Saturday evening, Raymond Weber remains behind bars where he's being held without bail. Okay, so from my perspective, Saturday night, one of my friends sends me a link. It's a YouTube video.
Was I the friend?
No, it was my friend Jason, who helps us design a lot of the clothes, available at nojumper.com. And Jason sends me the link because, you know, he's very, very tapped in on what's going on in the Bay Area, Sacramento, all that shit. And I watched this full video. And, you know, I didn't really necessarily know what I was going to see. As I watch it, all of a sudden you're seeing the dead bodies of these women, just full frontal. The guy seems like he's tweaked out on something, like really out of his mind. He's just like, you know, picking up their hands and sort of moving them around a little bit to really express to everybody the fact that they were dead. And one thing that we didn't mention in the news reading prior to this is that he just immediately is trying to spin a sort of counter narrative where he's saying that this rapper Uzi Marcus set him up, who I guess is his brother, because this guy has some rap videos out there, and the guy Uzi Marcus is apparently affiliated with a bunch of other rappers from the Bay Area. He's done songs with people, etc. He's reasonably popular. He's got a couple songs with like 500,000 views, and yeah, he's even before the police showed up or anything, he's already trying to spin this narrative of the idea that these girls were going to set him up. Now, it's also come out that these girls were potentially underage. So, I mean, the idea of him getting set up by like a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old seems pretty unlikely. But then even more extreme is the fact that, I mean, they didn't find any guns, allegedly. Like, I don't really know how you, as a grown man with a pistol, could really have girls trying to set you up to such an extent that you had to kill them, and then they don't even find guns or anything else that would have aided them in setting you up.
Kids, stay away from drugs, man. He clearly looked like he was on some meth or something like that, and probably got so paranoid because of the drugs and freaked the fuck out. Because, I mean, the fact that the women, they were like naked, you know what I mean?
Their bodies were all fucked up, too. Is it just me, or did it look like they had been beaten half to death?
He definitely had to, like, he didn't just shoot them women, man. That shit was sad. It was disgusting. And it sucks, too, because, you know, I just can't imagine that being my family member, and so many people are seeing that, and you know you have to witness that and keep replaying. Oh man, that's just bad, man.
And I mean, even beyond the fact that this guy seemingly murdered 2 women, you really just kind of see a close-up of how fucking crazy people are. Because I mean, if he didn't go on Instagram Live, maybe he would have had a way that he could have argued that this happened in a different way. If he, you know, he's basically in the video acknowledging that he did this too. It almost feels weird to even say alleged unless he was lying in the video. But I mean, the new generation has really gone mad with social media when the first thing that you think after killing 2 people is, oh, I'm gonna hop on live so at least I can get some clout before the cops show up. I mean, this is some really deranged shit.
Listen, this is not even the first time I've seen somebody get on live. Like, I've seen somebody go on live and have a shootout with the police officers.
Oh, I saw that one too, yeah.
But even this, I seen another video of this guy. He went live with somebody, and then he was like, "This the last day you're gonna see me." He like, I'm about to die today. I'm about to go out with the cops. I can't go back to jail. Wow. And you know, the fact that they apprehended him and he didn't get killed, I know he's probably like, what the fuck?
He seems so ready to go in that video that you kind of thought that the cops would just, you know, bust his door down and he would turn himself in. And then they said it was an 8-hour standoff.
You see the windows?
No.
The windows, and like I seen on the little news clip, like the windows was like all type of holes and shots and all type of shit.
Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? They said that in that apartment building, they had to take all the people who were staying there and move them out of the apartment during this all going on. Can you imagine you're laying in bed trying to get some shut-eye, and just because you happen to live next to this tweaker, all of a sudden you have to just go, stand outside with a fucking blanket around your shoulders, just like shivering in the cold for hours and hours while they're doing this?
I would thank him. I would say no rent for February to my landlord.
That's good thinking right there. YouTube, do us a big old favor, like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 43 likes, so run that shit up. Appreciate y'all.